If you're looking for quality trout fishing, then you can do a lot worse than go to Hampshire. But if it's big fish you want, then this place, Diva Springs, is the place to be. And who better to demonstrate how to get the best out of the place than clearwater stalking big fish expert Graeme Pullen.
Yep. We come down to the smaller first lake, which is really clear at the moment. In fact, it's absolute tap water clear. There's no question we're going to pick fish up visually here using polarising glasses, peak cap, shut the glare down. There's obviously stock fish in here, either leftovers from yesterday or there might be new fish perhaps put in last night, tonight. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a small bug, and I don't think they go for really big stuff today. I think it's going to be small, very bright over the top of us. A few white clouds throwing a bit of glare into the water, but I'm going to be using really small ones. Well, really tiny. I'll probably start with something like this white chomper. But the main thing here is it's very deceiving, the depth of water here, and the fish are equally deceiving because it's so painfully clear. What you think looks like 18 inches to 2 feet is probably 5 or 6 feet of water. Consequently, the fish you're casting out you think 3 pound might turn into a 5 or 6. I'm going to put this little buzzer on here, have a few casts. If I don't get anything, I'm going to walk across that back margin purely because the sun's behind me and I want the light behind me. I've got a better chance of finding a big one, so I'm going to tie on and probably work that far back. One of the particularly frustrating points about fishing these very, very gin clear waters is they are frustrating. They're interesting because you can see the fish swimming about. If it was ripply, if it was cloudy, you wouldn't get to see the fish, you wouldn't be able to gauge the reaction. And a lot of that here is you need to see the fish's mouth close on your fly because they take it in and they spit it out in like a millisecond. And when it's hard fishing, like today's obviously pretty tough, then you need to be able to spot everything. So I'm getting smaller and smaller and smaller with the flies. And they want it very, very slowly. Now, if it wasn't clear water, I wouldn't know that. I wouldn't know to make the change. So I suppose in effect, really, I have a slight advantage over coloured water because you actually can see what the reaction of the trout is. That was on a tiny fly called a When All Else Fails. Come back. Now you can strip the fly line in hand over hand, but I'm worried this fish is going to move. And if it moves, I've got to drag all that, stop that jumping around. I've got to lose all the line, get tangled through and I'll get in a mess. Oh, he's going in the weed bed. Come on. So I tend to try and play him off with reel like this. You get him through the weed bed, we've got a chance. I think he's out. Not a monster. It's not a Diva double. There's the fish. If he stays on the surface, I'll be okay, hopefully. It's only like a 16, it's a small hook. I don't want him diving down in that weed because it'll be good night Vienna. Get in there, get in. Yes, please! There we go. There we go. Success at last, and there's a fly. Centre of the jaw. They're just barely nipping it. The fly, I could just show you, is so lucky with that fish. Absolutely on the front edge of the jaw there. But it's in the root, I can hardly get it out. I'd say that's probably about average size for here. Good average size, and there's plenty in there, but they're quite picky. So I'll just give you one little tip here, might have made the difference on that fish. I've been using the firebird here, which is normally deadly. To be honest, I've lost two. I've had 2 takes, but the takes have been so fast, snap, snap. I can't connect with them, you know, and I don't want to actually strike on the fish and break the leader. You can only go so light. They have a leader limit of about 6 pounds, I think it is. So I went to this one, which is a clear water, sort of summertime one. It's called When All Else Fails. Basically lead wire and a little bit of dressing here, but it's I think they call it perlite, like a sparkle, and I think that goes down through, and as it's sinking you know, you get a lot of flash come off of that. And I had a couple of follows, lost another fish on it that shook off. I didn't even know it was on, to be honest. But what do you need to do? The firebird's a big fly. It's got, you know, it's got a weight up the front there, so it's going in with a crash, and it's definitely going down to the depth that the fish are at. But I want to get it down, and I want to take it away slowly from the fish. I can't take the firebird away slowly because it's going so fast. If I fish it slowly, it's dragging weed in the bottom. Hence, I want fast sinking, but I want to be able to move it in the water. So what I've done is put some degreasing compound on here. Now there's two types you can use. You can buy any of these proprietary brands, you know, like this, just leader sink. You can get like a putty one, which I don't like, to be honest, because I think that makes the leader go opaque, and I think that the fish can see it. So you can either put this one on, you know, just tip it upside down your finger, up and down, or for the budget conscious like me, steal one of those hotel shampoo bottles, tip all the rubbish out, fill it full of washing up liquid. That's all you need. And to be honest, do this every 10-15 minutes. There we go, all the way up the leader. That'll cut through the surface film. Now, if you're really refining this technique, let's say you're fishing 3 feet of water, the fish are at 2 feet, and you want to keep it in that 2 feet. This is another tip on light leaders. Degrease, say, 2 feet of line, and then put a floatant on this, and this will sink down, stop, and you can actually see where it enters the surface here on the surface film, and you're just fishing like this slowly all the time. And pretty well, I think that's what we're going to be doing today. So we'll give this guy a go, see if we can pick another one up. I came back to this corner, true enough, changed over to the firebird. First drop down. He came up and nailed it. This is a Diva double, I think. Yeah, this is a nice fish. The trouble is, we've left the big fish net at the other end of the fishery. I'm not sure we're going to get him in that small net. Oh yes, a good fish. Let me see if I get the net. I don't think he's fitting in that somehow. If you get that far. Oh man, it's big. I didn't want to see that. It's big. It's really big. Just what I didn't want to see. There he is, Phil. Before he comes off, it's a clonker. He's down here. I had him in and the weed washed it all out. Yeah. Oh. Let me have one more go.
Have one more go and then bring it round, because it's an easy bit for me then.
Shit. Now we need a big net. Thankfully, another angler's brought me the big net. He's been in this little one twice. We'll see if we can get him in. Come on, come on. Wait till you see this one. Now that is a Diva double, no question about it. That's what you come to this fishery for. Never mind the 4-pounders, just take your time and look for the big ones. Can't stop my hands shaking. And that's the fly, first cast with it. I tried this morning, no joy in it, put the firebird on. And to be honest, I didn't see his mouth go, I just saw the line tweak where I told you I greased it. Degreased here and then had a little bit up there. That's what Diva Springs is all about. Beautiful fish. My guess, I bet he's not far short of 14 or 15 pounds or more. That is an absolute lump. Let's get this puppy on the scales. I reckon 14, maybe 14 plus that one. Beauty. Oh yes, nearly 16. That's 15, 8, 9, 15 pounds 10 ounces that one. What a beauty. Oh, I'll get him out. 15 pound 10. And that's just done by stalking, although I didn't actually see the take. I did say earlier that's where those big fish were in that corner there, and so it proved.